Welcome, beloved souls, to day 3, the art of living through your voice, our last day together. Wow. It's amazing what can happen in just a small amount of time. Last time I did a 5-day summit and so much energy was moved, so many things happened, but this has only been 3 days. And already in the first day, my ass was so kicked with the taste of my own medicine. It's been such a journey. I woke up today feeling quite tired and grateful and emotional and just feeling so many things. So I would love to know how you're feeling today. I'm so curious. What's alive for you? What's moving through? How was your integration process from yesterday's session? What are you moving through today? Feel free to give the chat box some love. Feeling really powerful today. Oh, beautiful. Yay, Corey, you're here. I like you. And I love Sarah. And I love Paris. And I love everybody. But it makes me really happy when everybody shows up. back to back every day. I just start to recognize you all, and you're like pillars, like anchors. Amazing. I'm happy you're feeling powerful and full of life. It's so interesting. The first day we started, the weather was very cloudy and rainy and muggy. And the second day, the clouds parted and the sun started to shine a little bit, but not completely. And now the sun is completely shining and the sky is bright. So, and wow, it's just so reflectant of the journey of the 3 days, at least in my inner process. It's really interesting. Feeling uncertain. Thank you for sharing. I'm feeling very, very excited, calm and steady. Feeling excited, powerful, and beautiful. Ooh. I actually got online and made that impactful post. I really owned what I am offering for the first time, and it felt so good. Oh, it's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing that. I've been really loving all of your shares. I read this morning everything you posted. Like, wow, I love the bullet points, and I love the way you extracted so much from our day 2. And it was just really beautiful. I really appreciate your presence. Zoe, steeping my entirety in spiritual practice and deep rest. I kept my promise to show up to something different, to something that will make an impact. Beautiful. Oh, it's really beautiful to feel you all in this container. I really do enjoy this, just diving deeper together and getting to know you each a bit more and more. It feels so good. After yesterday, I felt empowered and healed. Today, I'm coming through hope and uncertainty. Wow, it's so interesting. Oh, the joys of being human and all of the different colors and shades we experience. It brings me back to remembering how important it is to have a focus, a center point, something that brings all the colors of your inner world, all of the colors of the outer world and outer forces, and all things seen and unseen into a space of fortified, profound presence. I think that's why music is so powerful. You bring all of your cells, all of your vibration into a focal point of just pure transcendence beyond emotion, mind, purely into the oneness of it all. I think it can be quite overwhelming to try to grasp and understand what we are feeling all the time, because this life isn't just black and white. We can be happy and sad at the same time. We can feel mixed up in such a mixture of different emotions. And so I find so much refuge in music because it holds such a abstract, colorful, and tangible place for all things to exist in one focal point. Yeah, such a thing to be human. After yesterday, I just read that one. I missed the first 2 days, unfortunately. No worries, welcome. All right, let's dive in. I think the reason why I'm feeling so emotional is because today we're going into the segment of relations. Wow. And relationships, I find, are like the most important thing in our lives. The people that we love so dearly, the people that we've lost or we've gone through things with. This segment brings up a lot for me. As I was reviewing the agenda for today, I started to get really, really emotional as I just hold the people I love so dearly. I'm quite selectively social in the sense that I'm very fucking sensitive. And that when I choose to connect with people, I really give my all. And I receive so much from them. So I have like 5 friends on my hand that are like my people. And then everybody else is just kind of like, at a distance. And I do it as a sense of, I need to protect myself, and I feel in this way. I want to reword that. I like the concept of believing the only thing I need to protect myself is from the idea that I need protection. But it's sort of a boundary, a very healthy boundary of mine to really be selectively social and engage with people that I feel such a resonance with, because I'm so sensitive and truly, truly give so much and receive so much from them. My connections are deep and rich and impactful. So very grateful for that. And this also touches on a lot of core pieces. We'll get into that later. So again, just want to remind you, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, if you're watching the replay, please do it. This is where you can meet the global community. We have 1,000 people signed up, and there's about 300 in the group, and more joining every day. So you get to connect with people in your region, in your area, share where you're tuning in from. And who knows, you might run into somebody somewhere, someplace unexpected who did this journey with you. And I'm very excited to share. Okay, this is really magical. So, yesterday we did a little game for the surprise, and I told you to send in, your guess. And I'm really excited to share the winner. The winner is actually Paris. You won again. So I had to publicly announce this because my last offering, I had a voice and drum course, and he won that course through a raffle, and then he won this. Like, it's just, you're on a roll, man. This is magical. I've never had this before, where somebody wins one of my offerings back to back. So you and I, we got something going on here. We're in it. This is amazing. I'm so excited to welcome you on another journey, which I will share at the end of this call what you actually won. Yeah, I don't know what magic juju you got, but good job. Okay, so on the menu today, we're going to take a moment to drop into the heart of the voice. Begin with a vocal journey, tuning in, softening our body, relaxing into the space. Oops, and actually that should be reversed. We're going to go into the mind, a little bit of a lecture on relations. This is such a deep piece. Such a deep piece. And then go into the body and the spirit. And we're going to close this segment for now. It's been so beautiful. Thank you for being here. It's been really cool. Last night I was talking to my partner, and I was like, yeah, I really like, Sarah Jane. She posted this, and then Chloe, and then, I just feel like we have a little tribe growing here, and it's really sweet to connect with you all in this way. All right, let's boogie. So, inviting you to get in a nice, comfortable, meditative seated position. Just gently closing your eyes, bringing your awareness inside for a moment. And tune into your body. See what your body needs to arrive into this space a little bit deeper. Maybe you want to rotate your neck around its axis, or move your shoulders, or stretch a little bit. Clear your throat, or make some funny stretching sounds. Just a little shake out. Whatever it is, just inviting your body to organically arrive in the way that feels most natural to you. And whenever you're ready, inviting you to gently come into a stillness. Taking a few gentle deep breaths in with me. humbling your senses, listening to every subtle sound in your environment. To every far sound, more obvious sound. Breathing in through your nose, gathering your belly, your chest, bringing your shoulders slightly up to your ears, and exhaling out the mouth, allowing your lips to part. Making your exhales slightly longer than your inhales. Gathering your sense of smell, smelling deeply, as if you could smell the energy in the room, as if you could smell the unseen. Softening your taste buds, your tongue, your cheeks. On every inhale, becoming more sensitive to the roof of your tongue and the texture of your tongue. On every exhale, relaxing your tongue from the roof of your mouth and dropping your jaw. Tuning into your sense, your ability to feel the unseen, the untouchable. Feeling the energy around your fingertips, your arms, your energetic field, your shoulders, your head, your neck. Scanning your entire body, feeling the energy wrapping around you. Feeling the presence of gravity holding you. And as you inhale, I invite you to breathe into your body, and as you exhale, zooming out, seeing yourself become smaller, seeing yourself sitting in the room you're in, to the home you're in, to the state or town you're in, to the country, zooming all the way out to the planet Earth, seeing yourself become smaller and smaller on a floating rock in outer space. Till you zoom out completely into the entirety of the universe. Breathing into yourself, becoming smaller and also bigger at the same time. Feeling into the paradoxical nature of expansion and also being such a teeny part of the vast universe. Letting go of who you are in this life, what you need to do, what you will do. Giving yourself permission to be empty. to be still, being present with your inner voice, your listening voice. Allowing yourself to be profoundly present without thought. As if you're floating in an ocean on your back. Allowing every exhale to become more deep, more rich and full. As if you're exhaling to the deepest bottom, empty depths of you. And inhale as if you're breathing into the highest dimensions of your being. Breathing out till you're completely empty, to the bottom of your pit, communing with death and impermanence, as if you're taking your last breath when you exhale. Breathing in as if you're breathing in air for the first time, like a newborn baby. Even when you run out of air on that exhale, just stay there on that silent breath for a little bit longer as you exhale, just holding yourself. Feeling the depths of your emptiness, of the depth of silence within your being, feeling the depth of the silent voice. Now this breath is so precious. She gives you life every single day. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're confused, she just keeps breathing life into you. This is the most important relationship you can ever have. Relationship with your breath, the life that is breathing into you. So breathing her in with deeper gratitude and presence, and breathing out, giving her your gratitude back. Breathing her in, drinking her in, you can't tell if she's breathing life into you or you're breathing life into her, till you and her become one. Keep going at your own pace. to learn to have impact and rise in the deepest depths of our authentic voices. It's important to learn how to sit and just breathe with quality of presence and relax our busy minds and tune into our source. A few more rounds like this. And very gently, I will invite you to make your acquaintance with her, offering her your voice, giving her a hug, a kiss with your voice. I will offer us a melody. Take your time to listen and join whenever you're ready, starting with internal mms. Giving her all of your love, like you're cradling her like a baby in your arms. Relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your tongue, letting her move through you. Just give her your body. Gently turning these mms to ahs whenever it feels good for you, or e's or ahs or las, playing with vowels. Breathing in, breathing her in, giving her all of your body, allowing your body to be moved by her, gently swaying your heart, your shoulders, your hips, giving all of your body to your voice, allowing yourself to receive pleasure, sincerity, refuge. Setting her free, letting her take a life of her own. Singing for your freedom. Bringing her in a little bit deeper, listening a little bit deeper, feeling into your body what wants to be expressed. How can we get out of our comfort zone? Breathing in deep. Getting drunk from your voice, playing with vowels and syllables. Playing with la and na and e and le. Having a love affair with your lips and tongue, loving yourself deeper through your voice. the voices, letting them take you. Falling into deeper trust with every layer of voice, letting it take you. Softening into her, as if you're whispering in the ear of the earth. Keeping your eyes closed and awareness inside Inviting you to gently gather your prana, rubbing your palms together, gathering your life force energy. Placing these hands wherever feels most natural to you as we formally open this space with our invocation mantra. Inviting you to join me in one Om, taking a deep breath in. Sahana Vavatu Sahanu Bunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvina Matitamastu Mahid Visha Vahe. Deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Whenever you're ready, inviting you to gently open your eyes as if for the first time, taking in the space with deeper quality of presence. Welcome to the other dimension. It's so nice here. How are you? I would love to know how you're feeling. What's alive for you? How was this opening meditation? If you feel to share, give some love in the chat box. Gentle. Oh, my sweet love. I'm so happy you're here. So beautiful, thank you. I feel so calm and centered. It doesn't get more authentic than that. So good. Oh, thank you, love. Thank you for receiving. Embodied. Calm. Inspired, alive, feeling elements of the universe and the elements. Calm and free. I feel like singing 'cause my voice is open, so powerful and releasing. What if I sang all of this like a Disney movie? Carl is feeling settled and open and free. Saraswati. I love the concept of making love to my breath. My tongue, my voice, it's a pleasure journey of sound, completely energizing and heart-centered at the same time. Beautiful. I love that share. Yeah, I invite you to do this throughout the day. Something one of my teachers has taught me is really the power of really dropping into your voice throughout the day. When somebody asks you a question, before answering, even like, I'm feeling all right. Thanks for asking. How are you? It's a different energy, when you take a moment to just remember the life that is breathing you and give it life back from the space of calm, centered heart. Another little trick too is when somebody asks you a question, and if you notice you make an initial sound, somebody's like, do you want to go to that place later? And you're like, that's already a no. Or if, somebody's like, hey, do you want to go to that place later? And you're like, yeah, that initial pulse, or that notice those subtle sounds and fall into them a little bit deeper. They can really guide you along the journey. Totally different from my natural vibes. It's so interesting to dive into these feminine energies. Relaxed, energized, ready to take on this day. Beautiful. Paris, I feel opened. I reached my inner child and embraced it deeply. It was feeling fear to be. I saw my parents and embraced them. My voice was broken, but she was holding me, so no matter what, she was my promise of never losing me. I did stop crying. I feel more whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So beautiful, love. Thank you for being here. Beautiful share. So let's dive in. A little bit of mind before we get into the body. I'm gonna put on some music here. The Art of Relations, Day 3. Relationships are truly the most important thing in our lives. When we are born, it is the relationship with our mother and our father that defines the foundation of our existence and the ways of relating with others. We are literally birthed through two beings coming together and making love and creating us. We are born through creation, through relation. Wow, I just came up with that. That's cool. Yeah, relationships are truly, truly the most important thing in this life, and it's taken me a long time to really understand that. I think this year, this was the final pillar of really defining the value of relationships and how it's truly the source of our creation, the way we relate to others, the way we relate to ourselves. My personal relationships, again, going into who am I to speak about relationships, I'm getting very hot. I need to turn on my AC. I feel like this is something, all these things that I'm sharing with you is not something that I feel that I've mastered. I feel that mastery is a never-ending, lifelong journey. There's always room to grow and infinite potential to grow. but I've learned some things that feel really important to share, and I'm excited to share them with you. And so reflecting on, my personal relations and why this is important to me, God, I have the most beautiful people in my life. Oh my God. Sometimes I just wake up in the morning and I journal. I'm like, oh my God, Faye is my best friend. She is so cool. She's so poetic. She's an incredible art. Like, I could just talk. Like, my friends are legends. They're legends. Like, the things that they do in this life, their stories, they're masters of art, of music, and every mannerism, I observe them, I learn them, I love them, I am their fan. And more than anything, our relationships are so authentic, where they can be a father, a brother, a lover. It's very transparent, where it's not in a box. Sometimes I'm their teacher, sometimes I'm their student. It's ever growing, ever changing, this eternal, timeless, beautifully embodied connection. And I'm so grateful for that. And of course, going into my bloodline, now that my soul family, my tribe, is just the most incredible, unimaginable connections. We are the black sheeps of the family. We are the weird ones, the outcasts, the ones who are just different. I love the soul family that I have, especially on this island and in this tribe and all around the world. We are the ones that just couldn't stay confined in the system. And now my blood family, that's a whole different story. God bless my blood family. I feel like an alien. I go back home and I'm just like, they're like, what are these dots on your arms? I'm like, that's a venomous frog called Cambo that you... Never mind. Do you want some food? Just like, it's just so... If you guys know what Cambo is, then you know what I'm talking about, but... Blood family has been the most important piece in restoring my sense of wholeness and liberation from myself, is really making peace with the blood family, the roots, the ancestral line, and having forgiveness and being able to honor them for simply giving you life and giving you creation. And this is really an ongoing journey of really honoring my bloodline as much as my soul family. Relationships are the source of creation, and how important it is to really tend to this foundation. Moving forward, I would love to know what's alive for you. What are your relationships like? And what kind of connections do you hunger for, if you hunger for any? Are you feeling like there's something missing? Are you feeling like, God, my relationships are amazing? I would love to know what's alive for you in this section, in this department. Feel free to give the chat box some love. That really resonates with me, Corey. I am absolutely an alien to my blood family. Thank you for sharing. We'll give it a little bit of a moment if anybody else feels to share. Your story really resonates, fellow black sheep. Family has been hard to navigate and also the source of my greatest healing. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I have the most amazing friendships who are far geographically from me. Beautiful. I'll do a few more here. I thought my relationships were a lot better until recently, when a lot of my mask came off for all of us as we grow and awaken to our true selves. So excited to truly learn how to build supportive, loving, and truly free connections again instead of running from them. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. My relationships are growing so much shadow and light, constant teachers. I've had some times in my life so fun and abundant with love, with my soul family, but at the moment, I feel disconnected to this tribe. I'm hungering for a musical art family to play and grow with, but relationship with my blood family are recently showing me new layers and growth, and so grateful for this. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we'll read a few more here. They're all coming in. So much. I am surrounded by absolutely amazing, heart-centered, conscious, and luminous people. My siblings said that finding out my dad wasn't my bio dad explained why it was so weird. Whoa, interesting. Thank you for sharing. A lot of aliens here. We got a lot of aliens. Beautiful. With family, I feel loyalty and love, but very happy to keep some good distance too. My life's journey has been about letting them go on their own journeys, not trying to heal them anymore. I suddenly realize they have their own destiny and I can't heal them. Such a relief. Atmo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Very, very beautiful. That is a very deep piece I would like to expand on. It can be very painful when you evolve and you're on your journey of self-discovery and evolution. And on the journey of evolution, very organically, you just lose resonance with certain beings along the way, and you have to learn to let some people go, and you meet a bunch of new people. And sometimes that can be the hardest part. I also recently came into acceptance of it is not my responsibility to heal or to change or transform anybody. You can only meet somebody as deeply as they've met themselves. And somebody can only receive you as much as they're open to receive. So it's wise to keep your energy and really focus on yourself and stay open to those who are willing to receive it. This is beautiful. I'm still trying to find my community here in Phuket. I am rediscovering friendships with other men. Recently befriended a Thai friend who has the same goals, loves, and it was easy to make friends, as if we were boys again, saying, "You're now my friend." I love this. I love this. I love these simple, simple connections with locals especially. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Oh, wow. That was great. I love that we're all black sheeps and aliens here. That is so beautiful. So I want to read to you a really beautiful quote about relating to creation, how we relate to creation, the source of it. And it's actually by Will Smith, and it's one of my favorite quotes, and it really inspires me. And it really embodies the essence of what I have gathered this year in terms of relations. And it's about surrender, how deep, deep surrender and deep acceptance of relating with self is connected to how you relate to others. So I will share it here. Please listen closely because it's a really good one. The ocean is the ultimate woman, a magnificent feminine environment. If you can understand her, you can understand us all. Your soul is like this ocean. The chaos, the emotions. The ocean cannot be conquered or controlled. She doesn't care how you're feeling or how you want her to be. Your only hope to truly enjoy her is to love her, respect her, and surrender to her. Know when to go and know when to bow out. The ocean demands that you are fully attuned and committed to understanding her. if you want to enjoy her beauty and bounty, settle into the acceptance of your powerlessness, and it will strangely liberate you. Your sense of control is an illusion. Surrender is not weakness. It is an infinite power concept. Let go and let God. There's an energy that is at work while you are asleep. The energy that fires the sun, that moves the ocean, that beats your heart. You don't have to do everything. Most of the things that have been done, you had nothing to do with. You played a very small part compared to the grand picture. Let go and let God work. The surfer and the ocean are a team. The mountain and the climber are partners. The human body and the voice are allies. The great river will do 99.9% of the work. Your 1% is to study it, understand it, respect its power, and creatively dance within its currents and laws. Act when the universe is open, and rest when she is closed. That is a very beautiful, beautiful, deep, deep quote, taken from Will Smith's book, I Am Will, which I feel I will write for you in the Facebook group so you can really read it and digest it. But it basically speaks about how the universe is a force that is so much greater than us. And the way we relate to the unknown and the mystery is a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. And it's truly a delicate dance of knowing when to surrender and accept and let go and allow this force to come through us. And a delicate dance between knowing when to allow, knowing when to bow out, and knowing when to take action. And I feel it takes really being present, coming into the space of the inner voice, deeply listening, and feeling that intuition, the inner voice. Now, this covers such depth, this quote he spoke about surrendering. I find that the more I surrender to aspects of my own being and what's alive within me and the truth of my own nature, the more I'm able to accept and surrender to the truth of all the other relations outside of me. Not just physical relations, but my relationship to a thing, to the mystery, to fear, to all of these things. So the first pillar of really defining and refining your relationships that they feel so solid is knowing yourself. As I've said this before many times, how important it is to get to know every crack and crevice and weird bit of your soul, everything that makes you who you are. Because when you get really comfortable with the wholesomeness of your nature, the full spectrum, I feel that you begin to organically attract beings that are also resonating in the same frequency. There's a mirror happening. Who you are relating to is a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. And what you are relating to is a reflection of your relationship to that thing. So if I find myself getting frustrated with somebody or something, that might be a reflection of how I'm impatient with myself. So you have the opportunity to purify it, to look at it. If something is triggering you, if somebody is upsetting you by the way they're doing something, look inside and see, what is that saying about me? How do I relate to myself when it comes to doing this thing? There's a lot of space because we are literally one big microcosm. And everybody is a piece of us. We're one big whole, just split into many pieces. It really helps to look at every being that comes before you, every relationship, no matter how small, no matter how big. If it's somebody on the street, somebody you're buying food from, look at them and see yourself. looking right back at you. Look at them and see God looking right back at you. And I feel this will help you open up to have much more compassion. How you treat them is how you treat yourself. And if you show up treating people with more love and more kindness and more compassion, you're going to open that up and get it reflected right back at you. So it's a mirror happening, this concept of the mirror. Anything that is a trigger, anything that comes up for me that I see somebody else do, I see, how can I take responsibility for this? What part of me feels disconnected to this piece? This is an opportunity for me to learn how to love myself more through this reflection. So this is the mirror concept. Maybe some of you are already familiar with this, maybe some of you aren't, but here's your reminder. I had a teacher, beautiful teacher, who asked me these phenomenal life-changing questions. What is your relationship like to pain, and what are you to it? What is your relationship like to fear, and what are you to fear? What is your relationship like to nature, and what are you to nature? For me, when I heard these questions, I was like, pain is like this heavy guy, he comes in and he's like this big guy that's like, and what am I to it? I'm just, what am I to it? I didn't think about that before. And it changed my entire perception. What is nature to me? Nature is this big, beautiful, amazing, magnificent creature. And what am I to it? I'm like this small little ant thing. And these questions helped me to realize there's a gap here that can be bridged into deeper unity. Nature for me is this big, magnificent creature. I am also this big, magnificent creature. I am nature's ally. Wow, that's amazing. Fear. Fear is like this big, grumpy, weird guy that comes in once in a while. What am I to it? I am its mother. I am its lover. I come in and I give that guy some love and I teach him that it's okay. This is life-changing to bring in archetypes and to bring in how we relate to these things and to bridge the gap until it becomes one. Here comes pain again, my good old friend. I gotta sit and have a talk with pain. Okay, come on. Let's become friends. It's a really beautiful concept. The more we learn to bridge the gap, especially to God, I think oftentimes we think of our higher self as something above us that is much greater than us. Oh my God, my highest self guided me to do this. My highest self, I got a vision, I got a transmission from that thing above me, and it's so great. When actually, what am I to my highest self? I'm an ally. It can be an eye-to-eye experience. It can be a hand-in-hand embodiment practice, taking that higher self and bringing it into a more eye-to-eye, hand-in-hand, co-creative experience. And I feel that is how we become deeper allies with the source of creation, by relating to creation in these very intimate ways. Relating to trust. I want to share with you a little story. I was just in Morocco. And I'm a bit of a free spirit where I just follow the music. I don't care when I'm traveling. I don't really need to know anybody's story. We don't need to speak the same language. I just hear good music and I'm like, yeah, guys, la 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 la, and I just start singing with them and they're just like, who are you? I'm like, just whatever, we're gonna make the magic. Like, we don't need to do the whole human thing. Let's just go. And so this is kind of my process when I travel. And it's, wow, I was in Morocco. Oh my god, it was so amazing. And it was my first day there. Oh my god, it was so cool. I end up going to this, well, I was like walking down the street, and this random Moroccan guy comes up to me, and he's just like, hey, what's your name? Like, what's up? Want to talk? And I was like, I have a boyfriend. And he was just like, that's okay. I just feel like being friendly. I'm like, all right. Well, I just arrived here and I don't know anybody. I was kind of hoping to, meet a local and like, yeah, can you show me what's up? He's like, I would love to. I'm like, yeah, what's your name? And it was just like that pure and simple. And so he takes me along the journey, and we're going to Morocco, and then he takes me to this cafe, and it's a cool cafe. There's like artwork everywhere and artists smoking hashish, and the vibe is like really cool. And I see a guitar, and I take the guitar and I start to play it. I'm like, yay, I feel at home here. This is nice. And then all these Moroccan guys, they kind of start whispering and looking at me. And they come up to me and they're like, they speak in French and Arabic, and they're like, give me the guitar. And I was like, what? Who are you, man? I'm playing the guitar here. Like, why do you want to take the guitar? I got a little territorial and was like looking at my new friend like, I don't know about these guys. And then they take it, and my thought was like, you better play something cool. Like, I was playing, I was about to bring the whole energy up. And then they start playing, and wow, it was like, this guy has the most incredible voice. And then suddenly it was like a party, and all these people start singing, and it was so incredible. And then I start singing with them. Nobody speaks English. I'm the only English person speaking there, and we just have an amazing time. And then so my partner arrives to Morocco, and I'm like, you gotta meet these guys, this is amazing, like everybody's singing and it's incredible. And so we gather, and in Morocco in August, it's incredibly hot. Like, it's like, I do not recommend to go there. It's really hot. So the whole daytime, nobody is out. And in the evening time, literally from like 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., everybody's outside. It's like backwards. So we go outside in the nighttime, and I'm like, I gotta find these guys, love. Like, it was amazing. I'm telling my partner, like, we were jamming, and it was like next level. It was so cool. And so we find them, and I see them like, nobody speaks English. I'm just like, music? And they're like, yeah, salam, that's all I know how to say, salam. And we're like, okay, let's make some music. So then we're there, and we're just like, like singing all day, la la. And some of the songs I know, I've studied. Most of the songs I don't know, and we're just improvising. We're just bringing the energy up, bringing ourselves into union. And then all the people start gathering, and it's just like amazing. And suddenly my love is like, I have to pee. And I'm like, all right, go do your thing, I'm gonna make some music. And he's like, they said it's not cool to pee in the streets. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you can just pee in the corner over there, because there was no bathroom. We were like in a park. And I like asked my friends, I'm like, and I don't speak their language, French or Arabic, so I'm like, pee? Like, pee? And they're like, oh, like everybody made this face of like, like, good luck. And I was just like, can he just pee? Like, he's a guy. Like, can he just pee on that tree? And they were like, no. I was like, oh, sorry. Like, it's like a big disrespect to the culture to just like pee on the street. I was like, oh, okay. And then they look at me, and they're like, they point to this little boy on a bike. And I'm just sitting there like, kind of in the vibe of the music, but also aware my love has to go to the bathroom. And so they point to the kid on the bike, and he's like, follow that guy, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, see you later, yeah, go pee, whatever. I keep singing, just having fun, being a free fairy. And then it dawns on me, I'm singing for a while, just playing music in a transcendent space. And then I'm like, where did my love go? Oh shit, I hope he's safe. He's been gone for a while, and we're in another country, and like, he just went with some random guy on a bicycle. I hope he's okay. It just dawned on me, And then I like thought about it, and I was like, he'll be fine. I just kind of kept singing. And then he ends up coming back. And he just looks at me and he's just like, oh my god, that was crazy. I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Is everything okay? He's like, and there's so much loud music, everybody's singing, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? He's like, oh my god, I just had the most divine experience. Oh my god. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'll tell you later. I'm like, okay. So he ends up telling me that this little kid takes him on the bicycle and he takes him into an alleyway, into a dark alleyway in Morocco, and he's feeling really uneasy, he just really has to pee. And this kid ends up knocking on the door, and like some random guy opens the door, and then he takes him into a basement with like a bunch of like a big family there, just like really raw. And by this time my love is feeling like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm so scared right now. Like, ooh, are they gonna jump me? Like, he's watching his back, he's feeling nervous. And then they take him into like another basement, and he's really like, going down under. There's no escape route. There's just big Moroccan families. And this kid just knocks on the bathroom door, and some Moroccan guy is taking a shower. And the guy comes out of the shower and opens the door, and he's just like, he has to pee. And my love is just like, what? Like, what is going on? And the guy just stops the shower, has like shampoo and everything, and he just looks at my love and says, this kid is gonna ask you for money. Don't give him money. It's free to go to the bathroom. Anybody should go to the bathroom. Here's the toilet. Welcome home. And he just leaves. And my love was like, that was like the most rewarding pee like of his life. And it just taught him so much about trust. Like, even when you're in the middle of Morocco and you're going into an alleyway and then into 2 basements and into a random room, and then this guy comes out of the shower and is like, this is your home. Use the toilet. And later that kid asked him for money, and my love was just like, wow, like, this is such a symbol of trust. Even when you're really in the unknown, you have no idea what to expect. Like, there's so much space for trust. And it takes riding these edges, going out of your comfort zone. So many people told me Morocco is dangerous. Morocco is dangerous. I found it to be one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been. At the surface, it seems dangerous because there was a lot of stories like this, It's just a culture barrier where people are like coming into an alleyway, or like you go into the basement, but then it's like a whole family having a meal. It's just the fears that we have and our conditions. So this is a beautiful story and funny story I felt to share about trust. Moving forward, relating to trauma, I received this comment on Instagram that I feel to share. How did you get rid of all of the trauma and pre-subconscious thoughts from feeling inadequate and so forth that may have created lack or chaos so quickly to get abundance and all the lovely things? Was it just using your passion and that naturally cleared the trauma, or any lack? As that what I've done? So now you never feel patterns of old, right? You just live a fulfilled and healing life, with your gift and passion, because I shared my story of everything I've been through and everything I've overcome. This is a huge piece. Wow. I never got rid of my trauma. I just learned how to live with it. The idea that we need to get rid of our trauma, that we need to get rid of something, comes from an idea that we're not enough, or no, we're not whole, or we're not okay. There's something wrong with us. I think it's important to gather your traumas. Speak to them, love them, sing to them, dance with them, integrate them in your being, learn to live with them. This is a lifelong journey. I can never get rid of the things that happened to me when I was a child. I can never get rid of them. I have to learn how to live with them. That is my lifelong destiny, my lifelong journey. to be very aware when I get angry or upset, specifically with men. Where is that coming from? Can I soften here? Every morning I wake up, meditate, do yoga, calm myself, do the inner work to be aware of the subconscious, and any spaces within me that are unseen, to really show up in my highest integrity with my trauma, with my fears, with my pain, with it all. I invite you to not get rid of it, to learn to live with it, to integrate it. This concept of everything is happening for you, not to you. This is really a warrior state of mind, because you remove yourself from the victim mentality to taking accountability. Going into another story segment, I did a 10-day vocal journey with my teacher on the island here earlier this year. And it was absolutely life-changing. Every day we're singing for 8 hours a day, just entering the space, singing, similar to what we're doing, but singing all the time, all day. And he's just speaking that everything is love, everything is happening for you, everything is divine. And I don't know what happened, but the third day, the Hulk came through me. And I was just showing up with such anger and such frustration. And, we always start with like dropping in what's alive for you. And I was just like, everything is not love. There are children dying. There are wars. I was abused when I was a child and it's not my fault. Like, why did this have to happen? It just came out in front of a room of 30 people. I was just like, how can you say everything is love? How can you say everything is unconditional? It's not fair. Terrible things happen in the world. How can you say this is happening for me? And his response was, so what? I was like, what? What? He didn't feed into my victim story. And I was just like, what? So what? Like, it just mind fucked me so hard of like, I was so in my story. And he was like, so what? I was like, what? In this moment, I recognize that this is just a story. The things that have happened to me do not define me. It's what I do with them. And I recognize that I need to forgive my father in order to forgive myself and forgive others and really, really commune with forgiveness. This was a really big piece for me. And I recognize what would happen if I took responsibility for this. What would happen if I said, I forgive you, Father. It's okay. I understand. You had a hard upbringing and you did the best you could. We're all doing the best we could. It felt so scary for me because if I forgave him, then that means I don't know who I am. My entire identity has been built off of the idea that I am reclaiming my voice, that I am a strong, powerful woman taking my power back. And I will awaken all of the voices of so many people. That is my story. I am a warrior princess, yes, da 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 da. But if I forgive him, who am I? That void is so vulnerable. To really allow yourself to be empty of all of the stories you've carried. To really forgive, to accept, to surrender, to trust in life. That is the biggest relationship. And that is where true liberation begins. Ultimate questions when it comes to relating, to get to the source and really purify. What part of me is holding on to the idea that things can't be easeful? What part of me is still not forgiving my father? What part of me believes I still can't find a partner? What part of me believes I can't be abundant? Dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper. Get to the source, because it always comes back to you. The little girl within me that feels it just wasn't fair, that just wanted a father that could love me. The piece within me that feels I don't deserve love, that has a hard time receiving love because I'm still angry at my father. These are really deep, deep questions that we can ask ourselves. Anytime a trigger comes up, somebody does something that feels out of alignment, that hurts us. There's a difference between having a conscious boundary and saying, hey, this is my boundary. I'm full. Like, please contact me from this time to this time. Or I would appreciate, it's coming from a very stable place of knowing yourself versus an emotional trigger, an uncontrollable reaction. When you just react and you feel like you get hijacked. This is a space to really observe. This is the pieces that we want to start to ask these questions. What part of me is reacting in this way? What part of me is getting so triggered at this being? And we get to purify it, and we get to love ourselves more there, and then we get to witness as our reflections begin to purify too. Conflict is inevitable. I received an email when I was speaking on this piece about relations. Somebody emailed me saying, I've been avoiding conflict for, the past months, and I'm really desiring to have a drama-free, conflict-free life. I'm so excited to just get rid of conflict. I don't resonate with that. When you're in a partnership with someone, or you're in a real friendship with someone, shit's gonna get hard. Things are gonna come up. And that's real. Conflict is inevitable. You are like two separate human beings learning to navigate as one, and remember your oneness, your state of wholesomeness in a world that is filled with illusions and separation. We are multidimensional beings having a human experience, learning to do the human thing. Yet alone when we're doing it with other people, oh my God. Somebody's feeling mad and happy at the same time, and somebody is feeling like this is coming up and that is coming up, and then you're feeling this is coming up, and then the weather changed, and then your friend called, and then somebody died. It's a fucking mess. There's no directions. Life is crazy. And so I feel that conflict is inevitable. It's an inevitable part of life, and it's what carves depth. It's what carves long-lasting, sustainable relationships. Anybody can just go to the beach, take you out on a date, get you a massage, make beautiful love, and feel really good. But when everything is a mess, the dog shit on the floor, the Wi-Fi is going out, there's monsoon rain, and you're two people living in a small space, and if you guys just go through it together with so much playfulness and love and devotion, those are the moments that make the relationship real and long-lasting, like how we got through the first day together. And this is what defines, I feel, the true essence of relations. Ways to kind of navigate healthy conflict, some tips. Taking responsibility always, instead of blaming someone, like, you did this and it made me feel this way. You did that and then it made me feel like this. You didn't get me a flower in the morning. Why? Us women can be like this, What helps is really using the wording of, I am experiencing loneliness. I really would have appreciated if you got me a flower this morning. I am experiencing this. I am feeling this. So you're taking responsibility for your experience rather than projecting what you're experiencing onto them. Removing blame and the victim mentality. You get to take responsibility for everything that you can. That empowers you, and it empowers the other person. Knowing your boundaries. I think that's a really hard thing for a lot of people, is being able to comfortably set boundaries. Like, oh man, when I discovered my no, because there was a whole part of my life where I was just like, okay, yeah, sure. This kind of people pleasing, like, I don't want to upset you. Like, okay. And then I discovered, like, oh my God, I need to learn how to say no. It's actually really powerful. I need to learn to set my boundaries. When I discovered it, it was just funny because I realized saying no, or saying this is my boundary, this is my limit, please don't cross it, doesn't mean you're hurting someone. It doesn't mean you don't love that person. So somebody would be like, hey, do you want to go out to eat tomorrow? I'd just be like, no. And they would look at me like, oh, okay, did I do something wrong? I'm like, no. No, just no. And it just felt so good. And it's just so funny how our society thinks like you have to give an explanation. If you don't give an explanation, it's like you hurt someone. Like, you can just say no and not abandon yourself in that. You can stand in that. And together we can revolutionize our boundaries, our limits. We can say no. No, I'm just not feeling it. I hope you have a good day. I love you. I'll see you later. Or this is my boundary. Like, okay, I'll pick you up, but I have to drop you off by this time because this is my limit. I need to get some good rest. All right. It doesn't mean you're hurting someone. Knowing how to ask for your needs, it can be such a vulnerable thing. Being able to tell someone, like, man, I really need some support. Or like, in my friendships, I value in-person conversations. So I would love if you could make time for me at least once a week. Whoa, that puts you in a vulnerable position. If they don't do that, does it mean you can't be friends anymore? You're just expressing your need and your desire. The choice is theirs, and the choice is yours to navigate. But I invite you to learn to express your needs and be very transparent about what you desire. It can just make your life so much easier. And lastly, honoring your word, being impeccable with your word. Oh my goodness. If you say you're going to do something, to do it. And if plans change, because life happens, at least communicating, hey, I can't make it. Something came up. Honoring of the word helps you really build trust with yourself and with that other person. So these are the ways that I've been exploring to navigate healthy conflict that have been game changers for me in my relations, and I hope they help you too. Moving on to the last segments before we get into our body and finish with a closing song. Creativity and playfulness and love. Oh my God, this is a great changer, a great game changer. When you find conflict coming up in partnership, when you're getting angry, when you feel the tension arising. I've recently been playing with the alchemy of like, you want to fight? You want to fight? Let's fight. Let's go. Let's go. If things get too serious and you're like, I told you to do the dishes earlier. Why didn't you do the dishes? And now I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't. Let's fight. Let's go. Okay. Literally moving that energy in your body, play fighting, play wrestling, taking your partner by the head, getting really close head to head and awkward, and just like being super awkward and weird and just being like, I didn't like that you didn't do the dishes today. Well, I didn't like that and it's a way to like make fun of yourself for being so serious. And you get to be playful and creative about it. So there's a switch there. You have to catch yourself when you're getting really serious and really angry. That little switch is a power switch. You have to remember you are choosing to continue to be angry. You are choosing to continue to sabotage your relationship. You are choosing to continue to bring the vibration down. That simple switch, breathing in, I'm so fucking angry right now. I feel unheard. I feel unmet. I feel vulnerable. I feel like I don't know if I want to be with this person anymore. But I love myself enough to not let myself feel so low. I'm going to bring this playfulness to the relation and watch how that person meets you. And it can be such a game changer because that person is you. And if you invite the playfulness, you're playing with yourself. You're playing with the tension. You're playing with the anger. You're getting to meet yourself through the reflection of another, and you're getting to say, I'm angry, and you get to meet yourself and play with yourself through that person. And it's such a way to transform the tension. So I invite you to play with that. Lastly, there is an art to holding space for people in terms of work and business. When you lead workshops, when you lead ceremonies, when you lead breath work, whatever it is you're doing, yoga, I find that so many people out there are just incredible breathwork facilitators, yogis, womb holders of womb wisdom. And yet, when it comes to showing up in person and leading a space of many people, it can be very challenging. It can be very vulnerable. And so some certain things that I play with that have helped me along the way is imagining like a human mandala. How can I invite people to engage all of their senses? You know, their breath, using their words, using their hands, using their feeling, creating a transcendent space where we're all breathing and clapping at the same time, and we feel like a pulse where somebody's on the left side, on the right side, on the center. You get to like artistically play. Like, for an example, the first day I was like, I'm gonna imagine all these beings from all around the world like a grid, like a human mandala, speaking their name into the field and honoring their parents' name and their grandparents' name. And I imagine this being like a grid on the field. So just playing with alchemy and this, like, how can we use our human nature to bring us back into oneness by engaging the breath, engaging the body, pulse. Also using keywords. I invite you. I invite you to join me in this. I invite you. Using the invitation. Because when we speak, I would like you to, or please do this, it can feel a little bit constricting for the body. It's like we don't have a choice, like we have to do this. When you give somebody the freedom, you can do whatever you want, but you're here to accept my guidance. I invite you into my space. I invite you into my container. I invite you into my energy field. There's a difference in energy. It feels inviting versus I'm telling you to do this now. So just a little play off of words. Meeting somebody in their pain. When somebody is going through something and they're expressing it to you, they're saying like, oh my God, this came up for me and it was really hard. I just finished your breathwork ceremony and I experienced this. I'm feeling this. I feel it's so important before you share with them how to overcome that, to acknowledge their pain. I feel you. I hear you. I honor you. I understand you. I get it. I know what that's like. You can even ask them, are you open to receiving my guidance? Are you open to receiving my reflection on how you can move forward from that? This is just such a profound way to move in a space of integrity. It's quite challenging for me. I'm very sensitive. I don't really go out and receive many workshops from people because I'm very selective. And when certain people do this in a space where they're not acknowledging the pain and they just go quickly on, you know, because I feel very vulnerable and I really allow myself to go in and to feel everything. And it just feels like emotional intelligence and deep, deep sensitivity. When you honor somebody else's pain, you meet them there and bring them up. You do that for yourself too, and for many people. Soulmate clients, this is the last segment. I feel so lucky to have attracted some incredible soulmate clients, meaning people that have paid me 20 grand to teach them one-to-one singing lessons and a private in-person 1-week retreat here on the island, all in full. And more than that, to just be amazing. I'm working with this shaman in Peru right now who has 3 boys. She's a mother, a healer, a medicine woman, and she's ready to take her musical career to the next level. I'm also working with another artist who paid me 20 grand in full, who has an amazing voice, amazing singer, soulful singer, who is trusting me to lead her into sustaining herself as a musician. I love them. They are my family. They support me and paid me in full, and I support them. I think about them all the day. I write them all the time. They check in with me. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Like, how's your kids? It's just unbelievable the things you can attract, like in the field of work. These are like my dream clients. It's like how I imagine my soulmate clients to be, people who are unafraid to pay me what I deserve in full, and people who are just so talented and have such integrity. You can also attract this in your life too. And I believe that when it starts with yourself and with your relationships and with your relationship to trust, to fear, to pain, to nature, to all of these things, it manifests and ripples. The more you purify your relationship with yourself, it can ripple on into your work field. The more you love yourself and accept yourself and surrender to yourself, you'll attract clients like this, and it can just change the whole game for you. And it really starts with yourself. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's been unbelievable to step into leading real soulmate clients these past years. Just, I love them, and I would love for you to experience this too. So a few principles before we close this space and go into our body segment. Asking yourself, what is this here to teach me when something comes up in life? Taking responsibility for it. Expressing your boundaries, honoring your word, communicating clearly, being transparent. Don't assume, ask. Do you like me? Were you gonna ask me out on a date? No. Oh, okay, good, because I have a boyfriend. It can be that awkward sometimes. Just straight up asking somebody, like, I feel a chemistry here. Do you have any intention of going anywhere with it? Just straight up being transparent can save you so much crazy monkey mind. Just be brave and be transparent. Always seek the truth. Do not abandon yourself in your truth. Also, having clear energy exchanges. You know, if somebody offers you something, even if they say they don't want anything in return, it feels righteous for the karmic energy to just give them something in return, even if it's something little. Having clear energy exchanges among your relations just keeps the field very clear and flowing. Suggested reads to sum this up. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. These are things to live by. This book changed my life entirely. This opened up a whole new portal, living by the Four Agreements. And next, A Course of Love by Mary Perron. Actually, I'm going to start reading this book this week. I haven't read this book yet, but it's been coming into my field every day leading up to this immersion through multiple people and multiple streams, and I've read certain passages of it, and it's just so resonant. So I'm going to start it when we finish this course. I would love to know if you started too, and we can be in touch in the Facebook group. I'm about to go next, but I see you taking a picture. All right, my loves. So that's all for relations. Before we dive into our body, I would love to feel some of your reflections. I would love to tune in. I'm so curious, like, how this resonated for you. Any things that really popped up. We'll take a minute to tune into the chat, and then we're going to get into our body. Absolutely, the Four Agreements is life-changing. Every single day I follow these. Yes, sister, changing the perspective of what we see and tell ourselves is such major key. Beautiful. I love hearing about your soulmate clients. Thank you for this reminder of dreaming about our ideal clients. It all does start with us. Beautiful. I can't wait to try on the playful alchemy of anger if things get spicy with my hubby. And I can't wait to attract soul clients. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. Yes. All right, my loves. We'll tune into one more here, and then we're going to move it through our body. What is this here to teach me? Fantastic mindset to keep out of victim mentality. Helps to be less attached to pain. Yeah, beautiful reflection. All right, let's begin to drop into our bodies. I will invite you to begin to stand up and just stretch your body. We've been sitting for a long time. So just tuning into your body and whatever it needs right now. Feel free to stretch, move your toes, move your arms. And we'll take a few deep breaths together, breathing into your heart and exhaling air out the mouth. Encouraging sound. And we'll do a couple more breaths like that. Deep breath in, exhale air out. Just encouraging sound, shaking out any tension in your body. Allowing your body to just move some energy as you've been sitting for a while. And whenever you're ready, I invite you to gently come into a still point, still standing. And I invite you to close your eyes, bringing your awareness inside. And we're going to stand so our knees are slightly bent. And your arms are hanging a little bit on the side of you. As if you're hanging on a coat hanger. Your body is attached to something and it's just hanging, feeling your flesh just relaxed on your bones. Almost like a qigong posture. So making your feet shoulders width apart. And taking some long deep breaths like you're hanging from a hanger. Like you're just attaching to your meat suit, to your vessel here. And making sure everything is nice and relaxed, that you're in a comfortable standing position. Allowing yourself to be as comfortable as possible while keeping your eyes closed and awareness inside, focusing your gaze in the space between your brows. And we're going to breathe in very slow and steady. And breathing out the mouth. Feeling your body become more and more of a vessel. Like you're just hanging. Feeling like there's a pull within you, an access that goes from your belly and all the way up to the top of your head into the sky. invite you to imagine somebody that you love very dear to you. Just bring that person's face in your imagination. And just honoring them. And I will invite you to breathe in and slowly shift your weight forward. And as you breathe out, shift your weight backward on your feet. So it's a very subtle movement, moving even slower each time. As you breathe in, shifting your weight forward. And as you breathe out, shifting your weight backward, while still remaining in balance with yourself. And as you breathe in, imagining you're opening up yourself and receiving the love of this person. And as you breathe out, imagine you're giving them the love back. And gently begin to open your arms very slightly, very subtle movement. As you breathe in and lean forward, opening your arms wide, you're receiving them. And as you breathe out, going backward, bringing your arms forward, you're giving your love to them. As you're breathing in, opening your arms wide, bringing your body forward. As you breathe out, bringing your arms forward and shifting your weight backward. Being in this energetic exchange of opening up yourself to this love and giving yourself this love, giving them the love back. Continuing to stay connected to your breath, opening up wider and exhaling, giving the energy back, even moving slower so that you're in tune with your energetic body, your chi, the subtleties, moving as slow and as stealth as you can. Giving them your energy, bringing your arms forward, all of your love, all of who you are. And as you exhale, bringing your arms out, opening up to receiving them. And just imagining yourself in this state of perfect harmony and balance with this relation of giving and receiving to this person. And just finishing up one more round, inviting you to very slowly just gather that energy into your dantian, your solar plexus, the space right in your belly button, your navel, gathering that energy of giving and receiving. And still, as you inhale, bringing your weight forward, and as you exhale, bringing your weight backward. But slowly coming into a stillness, into a center point. Bringing all of that energy of giving and receiving into your navel. And gently I invite you to bring forth your mother, bringing her to the left side of you. And bring forth your father, bringing him to the right side of you. And we're gonna breathe in, bringing our palms to the left side, giving all of your love, all of your energy, all of your acceptance to your mother. And we're gonna open your palms to your left side, receiving her and all that she is. And we're gonna exhale, coming back to the center of our heart. And we're going to inhale to the right side, giving all of your love, all of your energy to your Father, accepting Him as He is. You're going to open your palms to the right side, receiving Him fully as He is. And we're going to inhale our palms back to the center of our heart, breathing in, gathering your center. And exhale our palms to the left, giving our mother all of our love, all of our presence, accepting her fully as she is. And opening up our arms nice and wide to the left side, receiving her love, receiving her, forgiving her, accepting her. And we're going to inhale back to the center of our hearts. Taking your time as we exhale to the right, giving our Father all of our love, all of our energy, all of our presence. And as we inhale, receiving Him fully, accepting Him. I hear you, I feel you, I honor you. And inhale your heart back to center, taking a few deep breaths here. Feeling the being that you love in front of you, before you, and feeling your mother to the left and feeling your father to the right. And gently, I will invite you to invite your inner child, the little you, the little sweet, curious you, into the room. And I'm going to invite you to do a body gesture that is like curling up deep, deep into this little womb, into this little baby, a body gesture that feels most authentic to you, that is a symbol of you honoring your inner child. Welcoming the little you into this space. A gesture that is a bit more intimate and a bit more inward, and shaking your body, bringing your inner child within you. And exhale out a more expanded gesture, posture, movement that embodies the wise you, the adults. And going back and contracting into that little inner child you. Breathing her, him in. And exhaling air out, expanding out into the wise adult you. And doing this a few more times, honoring every little layer of this little piece of this inner child, this sweet, sweet, sweet you that is playful and wise and curious, really bringing it deep, and exhaling air out, expanding into the wise, beautiful, strong you. And last round, inviting you to bring all of your energy back to your heart. Feeling the being that you love standing before you. Feeling your mother on the left of you, your father on the right, your inner child below you, your highest self above you. Feeling all of these relations, I invite you to dance in harmony with all of these aspects of your being. Allowing the music to move you and sway you in any way that feels authentic for you. As if you're celebrating the depth of this union, of this love, with your mother, with your father, with the love before you, with the inner child in you, with the wise you, until they all become one, and they're all embodied within you in this dance. Really owning this dance as a dance of union. Bringing all these layers of separation into one, into your body. Making this a dance of union, of harmony, with the mystery, with trust, with fear, with the unknown. Relating to all of these fragments of yourself and allowing them to dance through your body. Making this the most intimate dance between you and source. Allowing yourself to get creative and playful. Breathing in deep, allowing yourself to take up space. Taking up the space in your room, liberating your relations through your body, through your dance. A few more moments here. Dance for the freedom of your liberations, so that your mother and your father can really feel it right now, like you're sending them all of your love, so all the beings that you love can feel your love. For all the beings who are struggling to receive love can feel your love. For all the kids who are suffering, who are without food, without water, can feel your love. Dance for them, carry them in your heart. And gently inviting your body to come into a stillness. Taking a few gentle deep breaths in. Inviting you to gently wrap your loving arms around yourself. Giving yourself a nice hug, all the versions of yourself. The mother in you, the father in you, the child in you, the lover in you. Thanking yourself for showing up and creating such an intimate space for all the versions of you to exist and relate in such a beautiful way. And gently giving yourself a kiss on the left shoulder and on the right shoulder. And taking a few more gentle deep breaths, allowing your body to come into complete stillness. Allowing it to sink in the earth. Using your lower tones to root like a tree. And whenever you're ready, you may gently open your eyes as if for the first time, arriving into the space of deeper presence and awareness of your body. And you may sit down. I would love to know, how are you doing, how are you feeling, how that was for you in your body. We are at the very end of our journey here, and I'd love to do a closing song with you, and then I will offer a little closing invocation and share with you the surprise. I feel love, feeling soft, out. I love the part when we sent love out. It felt so beautiful. I was overcome with love like I haven't felt in a long time. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Taking full responsibility for making our lives a healing miracle is what feels real to me in my life's experience. That everything has happened to me happens for me. Doesn't feel fully authentic for me. That's okay. Tears flowing in beautiful harmony with all the supportive energy of the mother, father, inner higher, releasing pain. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So much shedding, crying rivers of tears, seeing my parents' relationship and how that affects my current relationship. Such a beautiful practice, breathing in and out love in relation to others. Oh, thank you for receiving. That's really, really powerful. It's the first time I've conjured the presence of my bedded since I found out last year. It felt really beautiful. Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so I would love to close this space with a little closing song. It's going to be just a brief, sweet one. And then I'm going to share with you the surprise that I have for you, if that feels right. And some final soul assignments. And yeah, this will be the end of our journey. So thank you for sticking around. It's really beautiful to feel this all with you. So in Hebrew, this means heal us, to heal us. And it's a very beautiful, simple phrase. I find that this is something that's easier. You've been given another ancient Yemen song to practice that you can receive in the Facebook group and in your email, so you can practice on your own time. But it's a little bit more complex and it takes more time. If you're desiring specifically more technique, I invite you to check out my vocal course, Voices of the World, because there's a lot more technique in there. But for now, this is a really simple song that we can sing together. So we'll do just the pronunciation. It's El. You can try El. Na. Re. If you don't know how to roll your R's, it's okay. El na re. Fa. Na la. El na re fa na la. Yeah, just like that. So we're going to close this space with a little closing song. Inviting you to take a nice deep breath into your heart. Just reflecting on our time together and this beautiful journey. And your entire life's journey. And everything you've been through to be here now. And all the beings all around the world gathering, watching the replays. Thousands of souls. Awakening their voices, awakening their hearts. Just carrying them with this song. So taking your time to listen. And join whenever you're ready. re fa na la e na re fa na la, meaning hilas. Re fa na la re fa na la na re fa na la, allowing it to take a life of its own. Allowing it to move through you. Na re fa na la na re fa na la Taking a nice deep breath into your heart with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It's been so, so beautiful. And you know, it does not have to end here. There is an opportunity that awaits. I have a surprise that I've been really eager to share with you. Do you guys want to know what it is? Are you ready to hear? Please feel free to show me a thumbs up or a heart open or like a gangster sign, like yeah, yo, I wanna know what's up. Show me your gangster faces, get all up in the screen. Yeah. That's great. That's so beautiful. Okay, I'm so excited. I will share with you. Alright, guys, so I will share with you the surprise, and then we're going to close the space with a little closing sound bath. It's like a 1 minute, and then we will be on our way. Unless you want to dive deeper with me. So I've created something that I've never done before in my life. There's been a desire to dive really deep, so much deeper, in music, in art, in business, and creativity, so much. So I'm doing a 1 year long journey where we meet twice a month. So the first call is going to be 90-minute purely music, where you receive a transmission. Either it'll be sound journey style, where you can just relax and enjoy and receive, or it'll be interactive singing circle style, where you're singing with me for a whole 90 minutes. Or it'll be ecstatic dance style, where I feature my partner. He's a producer and a DJ, and we'll invite you to move and dance with us. Sometimes I might also have guest musicians, world music. So the first call will be just music, receiving. The second call is going to be 90 minutes, so an hour and a half, workshop style, interactive. So inviting you to really open up your voice, going deeper in your voice work, going deeper in alchemizing your story, your life as an artist, as a muse, as a creator. So there's going to be 2 calls a month for an entire year. And what's really cool about it is that you also get access to all of my vocal courses that I've already made. And I'm making 3 new vocal courses and 1 new business course for creatives. So I'm coming out with all these new courses in 2025, and you get access to all of it. So it's extremely amazing. We have a huge journey together, and it's like so affordable. I made it like my most affordable offer because I'm in a space where I can do this, and I actually want to make things really, really accessible for like my whole audience, and I want to move things in a way that feels more accessible. So I'm going to share with you my screen. Welcome to the Muse Collective. So this is a new membership starting in January 2025, and it's a year-long journey together, as I shared. So I will send you the link. You'll receive this so you can have a look at it. That's baby me being an artist. I want to share with you a little bit about the themes that we're going to be moving through. So we have 12 themes here for each month. Alchemizing your story, following your dreams, discovering your soul's journey, all of this and so forth. The importance of pain. Fear is a way forward. You know, all of these interesting concepts. So The first music piece that I come on the first call is going to be around the theme of alchemizing your story. So I will invite you to make artwork or draw, just listen to the music. I'm just going to hop on the call and just make music the whole time. And you get to go in. In the second call, we're going to talk about it, about the pieces that help to really alchemize your story and bring it into your voice. And there's also going to be a private podcast segment where I feature a special guest sometimes, and they tell us about their stories and their experience. A bunch of special guest speakers are going to be on the panel, people that like really, really inspire me and that are like legends in just alchemizing and fortifying their field and what sets their soul on fire. So you're going to have access to all of these beings. On top of these 2 calls a month, you'll have a recommended reading list. So each month we're going to have a new book that we're going to be reading together, daily access to our Facebook group community. I have a whole soundscape sanctuary vault that has guided meditations and like relaxing sound journeys. It's basically unreleased music that you'll have access to that you can play before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. And as I said, access to all my previous pre-recorded courses that you can watch at your own time, plus the new ones. So these are the 3 new courses coming out. Voices of the Mystic is specifically for Arabic, Middle Eastern, Arabian songs. So songs that I've learned throughout my travels if you really want to go deep into Arabic, Arabian music. The second is Voices of Pleasure. It's more of a sensual somatic journey to like, I've been having fun making these loops. You got a little taste of that. So it's more of a sensual journey to unlock your voice. And the third is Business and Marketing for Creatives. So all of these new courses are coming out in 2025. And when you enroll, you're going to have access to all my old courses and these. So yeah. And you know, when you receive access to these courses, one course, so I'm going to go over the price plan with you just to be clear on how actually affordable it is. One course of mine usually costs about $100 and up. But when you join my membership, you actually get access to all of my courses and plus these live calls. So right now I'm offering an early bird pricing for the first 20 people that sign up. It'll be $50 a month. You can cancel after 6 months. So I would really love to have a solid container of people who are committed to the journey. It's not a cancel anytime thing. We're going on a journey together. We want to grow together. We want to like really dive deep together. And after 6 months, if you're feeling like, okay, I've had enough, you can cancel or you can contact my email. So that's an option. For the people who are like, full yes, I'm in, I'm fucking ready, I want to like confirm my space, I'm so excited, I want to dive in more. This is an annual payment option where you pay in advance $400 for the whole year. This is only limited to 30 people though, and for this, you're going to get access to my global network of venue owners. So I've traveled all over the world and played music everywhere. And I have a bunch of contacts, and you're going to get access to that. So if you want to share your breath work or share your yoga anywhere, you'll have connections, my connections. Also, Instagram community team support to boost your socials. We're going to have a little chat just for us. So every time somebody posts, we're going to comment and we're going to support each other. You also get 50% off my retreat in Thailand coming next year. So that includes food and accommodation, stay. It's like 50%. It's just insane because all you have to do is pay for your flight and then half the price and show up. So you get a 1-year long journey plus access to all my courses and a retreat. So it's really huge. And this is also, you get a bonus 3rd call. So in addition to the first call being a music call and the second call being a more workshop call, you get a 3rd call, which is you won't be muted. It's more one-to-one support. So for upscaling your business and your voice. So I'm going to get to know you, where you're coming from, what's alive for you, what's happening this month, what are your goals. And you also get to be a part of a Telegram group chat. And you can send me personal memos on a weekly basis of like, hey, I just want to bounce some ideas off of you. I launched this new offer. Let me know what you think. Can you review the landing page? And I'll be like, yeah, okay, this is what I think. So that's more of like a VIP room if you're like all in, ready, and excited. So, and I'm also going to share with you a bit more in detail about my strategies, like certain reels that I did, certain stories that I did, and how they made me a lot of income, and I would like for you to try it. This is something that I've been doing like for free with my friends just this year. It's just been happening organically. Like I'm in a group chat and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm like, wait a minute. I love doing this. I love seeing my friends make money. I love seeing my friends attract soulmate clients. And I love seeing my friends like rise into their creative artistry, and for us to just like grow together and build our empire together. And you get to, collaborate with all the people I've worked with and vice versa. So this is exciting. And after 20 people sign up to either of these, it's going to go up to 75 a month and 800. So I want to make this accessible while also like honoring all of the work that I've put into this. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get access to the community, to the chat, everything. The only thing that you'll have to wait for is the live call, which begins January 8th. So we start right after the New Year's. And of course, replays will be available for you because there's people from all over the world to accommodate all the different time zones. So that's about it. You're going to receive the link in your email so you can have a look at it at your own time. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions about this at all. Feel free to contact my team support and we'll be happy to answer them for you. So feel free also now to write in the chat if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. And before we log off here, I would like to share your final soul assignment. So, reach out to someone you love. Or reach out to somebody that you have conflict with. Something that feels a little bit maybe tension. Let them know what you're grateful for. Like find your fruits of this connection. For an example, something that I'm holding myself accountable for. This is a really vulnerable share, final vulnerable share for the end. I've spent my whole life quite upset at my father, for all the things that happened to me. But I didn't actually thank him because it's because of him, my father was my greatest blessing and also my greatest source of pain. And it's because of him that I've become very goal-oriented, very self-disciplined, and that I have the life that I have today. And it's because of him I'm a go-getter. And, he was really hard on me in really great ways and also in really not healthy ways. And so what I'm going to do with you all is I'm actually going to reach out to him and tell him, thank you. Thank you for these things specifically. And then I'm going to set my boundaries lovingly and continue on my way, because something I've learned is that it feels healthy to not remain in contact with my father. But I would love for us all to do this together, to reach out to someone you love and take it a little bit deeper and let them know how much you love them and what you're grateful for. Extract the fruits. Or someone even better who you're in conflict with, who you feel something a little bit crunchy, to clear it. If we could die at any moment in time, it would be beautiful to look at all of our relationships and feel like we are at peace with all of our relations. Be courageous enough to set your boundaries lovingly. I dare you to say no sometimes. Just say no without explanation and let me know how that goes. And explore with creativity and love. If your partner feels a bit too serious or too tense and doesn't play with you, maybe give him a heads up or her a heads up. Let him or her know, like, hey, I want to try something different. Can you go with it for me? And please share your experience in the Facebook group, the Facebook community chat, Instagram stories, share it, spread your medicine. I'm going to tune into the group chat here before we log off. Thank you for sticking through with me to the very end. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It was divine channeling. I'm so grateful. Everyone looks so dreamy and content. Thank you so much. Big love and blessings. Mahalo. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, beautiful. So much love here. All right. Thank you so much, Dominique, from the deepest parts of my heart, soul, and spirit. I am inspired, energized, and feel so powerful because of this fantastic journey. Yeah, Corey! I just felt to do that. Cheering all of you guys on. Love you so much. So much love. Thank you for this journey together. So we're going to close this space with 1 minute of a small closing sound bath, inviting you to simply relax and receive as we close this space with the closing mantra. Taking a nice deep breath into your heart. Thank you so much for your presence, for making it all the way to the end. I wish you a beautiful, impactful, strong journey ahead in your life, leading with authenticity, connecting deeper to your voice in all its layers, and leaving a legacy for now and generations to come. Fly free. You are magic. See you on the other side.